What up? So, yep, my beard's jacked. It's always jacked. Like here lately, I've been unemployed because I can't be wearing them stupid masks. Like I have a hard time breathing through them, and really everybody does. So like, you hear people on the news, they're sitting there like gasping for air under their freaking mask, and it's like, maybe you shouldn't be wearing that stupid thing. I'm like, it's going to be like sometime in the future if honesty ever comes back and if honesty is ever valued before politics and medical science again. I'm just waiting for them to come out with reports of like all the widespread illness caused by people wearing these stupid masks when they didn't need to. Man, my beard's jacked. But yeah, so right now I'm unemployed because like these jobs will not hire you if you can't wear a mask. And like they don't care. Like it's an equal opportunity employer until you need to use that. And it's funny because you can go in there and bust your biscuits for them, but if you don't wear a mask, that's right. Like we're getting to the mark of the beast times. I'm telling you, man. Like because the masks are stupid. The Rona's a joke. I don't wear it as much as I possibly can. The only time anybody's ever even forced, besides employment, try to force me to wear it is at the doctor. My doctor literally called the cops on me because I wouldn't wear the mask. And then finally, I was just like, because I had to go get antibiotics because I had a really bad ear infection. I was like, dude, they're going to make me do this anywhere. I mean, I was out in my car calling lawyers. I go back in to after I, realize none of these lawyers are going to help me out, and go back in, and these people they got the cops called, and it's like, cop comes in, is he still here? Like playing Starsky and Hutch, and I'm just like, this is Nazi Germany. This is Nazi freaking Germany. So yeah, but thing is though is like I tell them I got a pre-existing health condition and they don't care, because the doctor will do everything because the doctor's in somebody's pockets, right? And so yeah, like it's nuts, man. So the thing is right now I'm in between jobs, so that's why and the Lord's let me know, just don't even worry about it, that He's going to take care of me and whatever, and He got me across the country with that once, so who knows, I might be going for a second tour. But, thing is, though, so that's why my beard's always jacked now, because, like, I'm just sitting around chilling in my jammies because I don't got nothing else to do. I sit around chilling, and then I'll work out, and then I'll wait for my shower till after I work out. So that's why I'm always all jacked up looking anymore. Would you get a shower just to make a video? That's right. Well, you might. I'm not. Thing is like, cause I also gotta save money, dog. Like, I mean, geez, like, for all I know, I might not have to work until they put me in the concentration camps. So, yeah, like, I might be a while for, get something going. But man, this bill looks so big on this video, dude. Like, look at it. It looks huge. Anywho, sorry, I just notice things when I'm on camera. But, yeah, anywho, though. But thing is, though, yeah, so I just want to issue a thank you, though, to everybody who really is out there fighting the good fight of faith. I know, like, I'm commonly on here, like, talking about falsehood. But let's talk about the real a little bit, Hang on. I had to pay. But, thing is, though, there are genuinely people out there, and they're far and few between, that actually understand what the Bible says and they try to live it. There are real Christians out there, believe it or dang not. And to them, I want to say, thank you. Thank you. If you're watching this and you feel like, and if you feel like you're just all alone in this, let me assure you, you're not. Because sometimes I do. I feel all alone. But I've got a couple people that, and they may end up watching this video. Thank you. Like, they actually are really trying. They're still new at Christianity and whatever. like real biblical Christianity, but they're doing so good because they're actually trying, they're growing, they're being honest, you know? They're not just playing religion. And, you know, it's nice to see that. You know, it really is. I see so much falsehood that when I actually see somebody really like respecting what the Bible says, trying to live biblically and whatever, it's just like, freaking thank you, dude. I mean, geez, oh Pete's, because there's so much falsehood out there. It just drives you crazy, man. I mean, it does. It drives me freaking nuts. As you can tell, because like most of my videos are about the falsehood. But the thing is like, I know I'm not the only Christian alive, right? Like, it feels that way sometimes. Sometimes it really does feel like I'm all alone. And that's why I get stressed, I get so irritated, and my flesh riles up, and I have to really keep myself in check, you know. And I think we all do somehow, somewhere, right? But the thing is like, man, you know, I get real irritated, as you could probably tell. And, you know, Jesus got irritated with it. There was a part where, you know, Jesus when he was going to, you know, heal the man's hand on the Sabbath, where he was irritated at the Pharisees because they were trying to get him with their traditions, you know, where they were trying to keep him from healing on the Sabbath. They were sitting there like, "Ooh, are you going to do that? It's against the law," right? And so we have the same issue today. There's all these, you know, churches filled with all these fake religious people, and man, they are cancer, man. They are straight up cancer and AIDS and a big old ball mixed with shards of glass and, you know, and I don't know, turpentine or something. They're just bad, man. Like, what they do is bad. And I mean, they don't really know any better. I think a lot of them actually think they're a Christian. I think a lot of them do. But the thing is like, and hey, some of them actually might be. Some of them might just not know any better. But dang, you know, dang. Like, thing is, I mean, it just gets on my dang nerves. But the thing is, though, when I come across people who are really Christians, they are really seeking the Lord, they don't know everything, but they also, like, kind of acknowledge that. You know, they don't try to act like they're perfect. They don't, you know, they understand that it's only the grace of God that they're even saved in the first place. You know, when I come across somebody like that, it's like, dude, thank you for just existing. I love you. You know, you're my brother or sister. You know, I mean, the thing is, you know, coffee. I love coffee. I don't have it a lot anymore. It messes with my heart when I drink it too much, but sometimes it's nice. I like getting the dark roast, and I drink that stuff black. I love it. Anyhow, it's stupid how much I love coffee. But thing is though, like, look at the chubby cheeks just going all crazy, like, coffee. But Folgers needs to pay me royalties. But best part of waking up is Steven in your cup. But anyhow, but thing is though, I appreciate when I come across real Christians. Like, there was a couple that I met along the way, and you know, like, and we're buds. You know, like, they were some of the first people I met along the way. And now, we don't agree on everything, but we're civil about it. Like, we're still friends, even though we don't agree. And, like, and they're not outright, like, I wouldn't even, like, they actually got to their position by thinking about it. Not because somebody told them to think it, right? They're a married couple. They know who they are. And, like, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Like, just being able to talk to people who actually thought their way to where they're at. Not the other way around where they just weren't thinking about it. They let somebody else do their thinking. And, I don't care if you disagree with me, just as long as you got reason where you actually got there by thinking about it. Where you did the real work. I get tired of mental laziness, man. It just gets on my dang nerves. For real, dog. It does. Because it's just, so many people, you look at why our society's in the shape it's in, mental laziness. People delegating their thoughts to other people, for dang real. What was that on my dang head? No, just my greasy forehead. Thing is, though, it's just so nuts. And, people do so much to not think about anything. So if you're really reading the Bible, or listening to it, that's what I do now. I do so much more listening to the Bible than I do reading it, because my homie Chris, he started telling me, when I was getting irritated out there fishing, not catching anything, I was telling him, bro, I'm just out here wasting time. He's like, why don't you, I was like, I could be studying right now. And he goes, well, why don't you just read the Bible? Or listen to the audio Bible. I was like, oh, I never even thought about that. And so, man, that little part of my mustache ticking me off. Look at that thing all sloppy. Look, I got to fix that. But you realize things when a camera's pointing at your face. But thing is, though, so now that's how I get a lot of the Bible, and just by doing that, because just while I'm eating or whatever, or doing chores, I'll sit there and listen to the Bible on YouTube, and I get a lot of the Bible in. And there are things when you read it, because you can sit there and read it and just kind of you only go so fast, because sometimes you'll sit there and you just fall in bad habits when reading sometimes. And I read in a pretty strong way, but the thing is, when you hear it, sometimes you pick up things that you didn't pick up when you were reading it yourself, and then you get it done a lot quicker, because sometimes you'll read all slow. I fall asleep when I'm reading sometimes, I'll be real. And the thing is but that is consistently going, right? And so, you may get caught sitting there reading something, and you may stop paying attention or whatever. But the fact that it's being pumped out, for some reason, it helps me out. And again, I can go over it so many times so quickly. I've been through the New Testament in a week, just listening to it. And that's what you get by having fellowship. I hate that term, but being friends with other Christians. And so the thing is yeah, man, but and again, you're not going to agree with everybody on everything. But the question is, did they get there by study? And what quality of study? I get irritated with people's bad study habits, but if they actually thought their way there, and that's the best they got, hey, you know what, dude? The Bible just says give God what you got. It doesn't say to give God somebody else's best. It says to give God your best. And so if you're giving the Lord your best, thank you. Because, and it may not be all that great, but you know what? If that's what you got, that's what you got. And we can't ask you to do something beyond what you're capable of doing, you should be growing and trying to do bigger things and whatever, but to the glory of God. But yeah, little hair, stupid cameras. But thing is, though, but if you're really doing that, though, thank you, because if everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot, and and you make it easier for other Christians. Again, my homies, the married couple I know, Chris and Cadence, I'll mention them by name. They make life a lot easier, because the thing is they just being able to talk to people who get it, right? Who actually understand things, who have actually thought their way to where they're at and whatever. It's nice, dude. It's nice. It is a relief because, I mean, honestly, besides the Lord himself, we're all we got in this world. We're strangers in enemy territory. And this is not our home. And I think if you're really walking this thing out, you're reminded of that very regularly and sadly by people that call themselves Christians. Like, I realize how few people are really Christians when I go to churches. I go to different churches all the time, and I'm tired, dude. Like, I feel like the children of Israel going through the desert just trying to get to the promised land. And I complain as well, and I shouldn't. I have to realize sometimes, like, what right do I have to complain about anything? I have literally lived in God's, like, He has fed me. He has made sure I was alive. He has done all these things, and I still complain. We'll sit there and read about them being led through the desert by, a tornado of fire, and a pillar of fire, and a pillar of smoke, and whatever, and all this great stuff that happened in Egypt. Then we see them going and dancing before the golden calf, and it's like, oh, you foolish Israelites, I would never do anything like that. And it's like, really? Really? Don't you do that commonly in your everyday walk sometimes with little things? And little things add up. When you got your girlfriend or whatever, and you do little things for her, it's what the little things make or break it, because it's the little things you do that irritate the crap out of her. But it's also the little things you do that make her want to stay with you. Just you, like, remembering, like, your anniversary or whatever, or just randomly getting her some flowers or something like that. It's just like, oh, I love you. And, like, but the thing is like, yeah, but then that thing you do when you chew your fed, that face you make when you disagree with her and you're getting all petty. You jerk, how you slurp your coffee. But the thing is yeah. So, but, I complain and whatever, but the thing is, I get so irritated going to these churches. I always hear them sirens, and sometimes it spooks me. But, the thing is, though, so, jeez, get loud sometimes, don't they? But, yeah, like, but the thing is like, but when I come across other real believers, it's just like, oh, you are real. There are more of me. Because it's so rare, man. It shouldn't be, but it is. Well, I guess it should be, because that's how it is. But the thing is like, I mean, because I go expecting fake, because that's what happens. Like, every dang time as I go to these places, and there's always people coming, hi, and they're all fake and weird and whatever. But, like, when I come across other believers, it's like, oh, grab them by the shoulders, dude, you're real. Just start touching their face. You're real, You're not a figment of my imagination. I've heard of others, but I didn't know they were real. Like, and so the thing is, and then when you, like, me and, like, Chris is an army man. He's busy. So I try not to bug him too much. Like, but the thing is, but his wife, Caden, she's my buddy. And, like, they're both my buddies, but he's a busy man. He's like the dad that doesn't come to my baseball games. Thanks, Dad. I hope he watches this and gets a chuckle out of that. But Dad's just off flying helicopters. He doesn't care about Stevie. But Cadence, she's just she's busy too, I'm sure, but you know, when she can, she'll get back to me and we'll talk about stuff. And man, like we'll just sit there and notice all these things that are going wrong, and we sit there and like it's not so much that we're talking crap about the people, but the action. And I think that's the important part, because like the people that are all fake don't even realize how fake they are a lot of times. They don't even realize what real is because they've been fooled with so much counterfeit. And like just to be able to talk to anybody else that sees this and is irritated with it as well, it's a godsend. It is a real godsend, you know. And then, like I said, you know, I got a couple of these guys that I'm working with and whatever. One's my brother in Christ, one's my sister in Christ. And you know what? They're figuring it out. And like, it is so fun watching them get it, because it's like, you know, they don't know it all, but they know it all, you know, like they're actually legit. And heart compensates for brains. Let me tell you that right now. Like, you can have all the brains on this planet, but if your heart ain't right, your brains don't matter. The Pharisees had a lot of smarts about the Bible, but their heart wasn't in it. And so the thing is, if your heart's in it, dude, like that's like everything right there. You know, if your heart's right, the brains, it's like that one song, free your mind and the rest will follow. The rest of that song's pretty wicked, but like, because like, well, it's not actually, kind of is, it's worldly, but so I guess it is. But anyhow, the thing is though, but like the chorus is on point, you know, like, but if you're really legit, that's what matters, man. That is the stuff. But if you're sitting there, stupid cameras, but if you're really being real, dude, and like you're really trying, you know, you ain't got it figured out necessarily, and you know, whatever. Better check my pork loin here. Like, but you're trying, putting in that effort, dude, that's what matters. That's what I care about. You know, and that's what the Lord cares about. Like, you know, He wants you to obey, but you know, and like, and honestly though, now here's the other thing. If you are legit, you will start learning this stuff. Will you be perfect at it? No, because you've got the same fallen flesh to deal with that we all do. But get in there. But thing is though, but you're trying, you're putting in that effort, and the thing is, oh yeah, that's right. But if you really got your heart in it, you'll be learning this stuff, you know, and you'll be growing. None of us have grown, right? I'm not a finished product, and I won't be till I'm dead, you know. Like, that's the point of this thing. And a lot of people like to forget that. But the thing is, though, effort's appreciated. Effort is appreciated. You're not saved by works, but you are saved for works. That's something that a lot of people don't like to hear, but it's true. And so the thing is, your fruit is how we know you. Like you can, like people can give a whole lot of lip service, but action matters. And even with action, you got to make sure that it's consistent. It's legitimate. You know, like somebody could put on a real good act, dude, and a lot of people do. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, because I feel like I do a lot of stuff where I'm just like, you know, bringing up some hard truths, but I don't think I give the other end of it where I'm showing the love. Like, I really do appreciate you guys who are actually trying. Some of you guys make a huge difference in my life, you know, and you don't even know it. I mean, the people that I'm teaching and helping along the way, like, dude, they're doing so good. And like, you know, you guys are a breath of fresh air. And like, if you guys watch this video, don't ever feel like your questions are a burden to me or whatever. And if any of you out there would like help, hit me up. It's not a burden. If you got questions, this is my job. Like, this is my calling, dude. I'm supposed to do this. So I need as much practice as I can get too. So give me a holler. I don't mind helping you out. I know it might come off kind of intimidating with the beard and tattoos and whatever, and sometimes I get all irritable on here. But the thing is I'm actually a sweetheart if you get to know me. And I might just bug you to death. You never know. So, because you may not have, you may need some information. I may need a friend. But and the thing is like, yeah. But I just want to put that out there, though, that a lot of you guys are more of a breath of fresh air than you know. And if you're actually out there walking the walk and trying, that people who are walking the walk and really trying and messing up along the way are way better than people who are faking everything, and they're doing a lot of talking and they're not even trying to walk. They're trying to make other people walk, but then screw them, basically, is how their mind is. If I would rather see somebody who walks this walk imperfectly, as we all do, than somebody who puts on a good face, talks a good game, and doesn't ever try to do anything, right? Who wants to sit there and bash other people over the head with it, but doesn't do it themselves. That's what I like to see. And that's what the Lord likes to see too. I mean, we all got wickedness in us, don't get me wrong. Like me, I've got a great deal of wickedness in me that I have to keep under subjection. And really we all do. But the thing is like, you know, if you're out there trying to hold it back, you're trying to serve the Lord and whatever, kudos. You know, if everybody else around you kind of is just like waiting for you to falter, and every time you slip up, they're like, oh, you know what, dude? Screw them. All right. Well, screw that, not them. You know what I mean, I hope. But the thing is don't worry about them. Because the thing is, I think something to the degree of those who, I heard the saying once, and I really liked it, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. We're all growing, you know. I mean, there's a difference between a slip up and a lifestyle, okay? So, you know, yeah, but there's a lot of us out there, we're just trying like you are, you know, and we screw up and whatever, but we try. You know, and for anybody out there who's really putting in the effort, thanks, you know, because again, like, not only does it make it easier for the others who are doing it, and it also puts the fake on notice, right? Like it, and like, you know, it is a good witness for Christ and all this other stuff, but on top of it, the other ones of us that are actually out there doing it, we appreciate it. It makes a big difference when you can see that other people see the issues and are actually trying to do something about the issues. It makes a whole world of difference. So I just wanted to come out and say thank you, and, you know, show a little bit of love and extend the olive branch. If you guys, you know, need a friend, you feel alone, or you need some Bible, you need some biblical advice, that maybe I have, you know, you got questions that maybe I haven't addressed on here. If you'd like to see me do some videos on something that, you know, you'd like to see addressed or something like that, hit me up, man. I mean, even if you just like want to say hey or whatever, hit me up. Like, I ain't really doing nothing else right now. And then not only that, but, you know, I mean, even if you need anything prayed for, please holler. I will pray for you. I mean, for real. Like, I'm not a bot. I'm a legit human being, and I'm just trying to serve the Lord myself. So, hit me up, man. All right? And pray for me. All right? Peace out. God bless.